Before I started playing the Choice of the Day game with friends and family and the community around me, I played basically Choice of the Day with big retail stores. There are plenty of deals that go on to where you go into, like, for me, I am a I shop at CVS and I shop at Kroger regularly right now, and Berkshire's because it's local, and Dollar General because it's local. Those are four main large name retail stores that I also play basically Choice of the Day with. And there's items that you can get for free all the time or at deep discounts that are available at retailers all over the place. I started to learn it a long time ago, again in 2009. I'm an avid Ibotta app person. It's where you get cash back for scanning or purchasing certain items, and also Fetch is another one that I use. That you scan the receipt and you earn points just for scanning a receipt when you purchase something. But also certain products get you bonus points, which then earns funds, and I earn funds for TJ Maxx. And again, this is all now under the store. This was something I used to do personally. I have now formed it. It is specifically abundance gift shop work that I do, and it still fuels proceeds, and portions of proceeds fuel down to Rack Outreach and Missions nonprofit, which again is where we served for years doing this. It's just it got messy with item donations coming in on top of purchases that needed to be made and people misunderstanding what was what. So this is to help eliminate certain certain misunderstandings of like where items come from. This is very effort based. This is very detailed, intentionally bought items based off of pricing and on what we could get on deep discount sales. Or again, also now it is based off a specific product for those that we serve, people that we serve. We found items that we can get discounts on, or we shop on behalf of them, that saves people from driving to the stores or whatever. So kind of a personal shopper is some of the things that we also do through the gift shop. And that is staying here with us. All donations, all the donation proceeds that they are done completely separate and are sent to a whole other team for them to work through with the foundation. And they have their own store called the Rummage Room, which again used to be a part of what we had, and we've split off procedures that were all rolled into one in the very beginning. After 11 years of operating, it's just come to a time that growth happened. And so this is where we are. And so it goes through different phases on what we'll be purchasing. So like I said, right now, this is product that was all bought. Probably 90% of it was bought because it's already a regularly used item on the ranch, or with a connection that we've already been in relationship with for 2 minutes ago to 11 years ago, or even further. So, and then also items that come in here based off of straight up, we get a great deal off of Ibotta. And so it's the purchase price that we can get through that, we will get it. And it also is offered up in our shop as well. And so there's a lot of food products, that we work on, but it is not the only thing. But right now, food, I mean, obviously we have been fueling RAC Outreach and Missions, and that we are feeding and fueling people regularly. So food products is a great deal of items that we do work on. But we also work on building health and beauty supplies and just general supplies as well. But on top of that, we also build small business products from, like, the different mom businesses, if they were, even just not mom businesses, but just businesses that are operating from home, is also a products that we work on building and having in our stock, because it does fuel the community in which we have been a part of and we live in. So some of the products that are in the shop right now, they will go up and they will go down, but we are also moving towards where we are shopping. We will be shopping the Rummage Room ourselves as well, because the Rummage Room, a part of RAC Outreach and Missions, needs funds. So if they have items that are for sale and they're items that we want to add into our inventory, we will purchase them. And sometimes we will even take items that have been sitting that are free. We will buy them and then either add them into our inventory, or we will make a contribution based off of them letting go of the donation items to another foundation or another nonprofit organization. Again, something I have always personally done already from the beginning of when I said I would handle item donations for the nonprofit alongside what I was doing the gift shop for. And again, the gift shop has always been present. It just wasn't always necessarily promoted or out in the open, because it was a personal project that supported my stay-at-home life, that also was able to fuel down from time to time in the community around us. As we've grown, people have come to know a little bit more about what we do, or the products have grown, and sometimes it got confused on what is free and what is not free, and why is it not free. A lot of weird questions in my mind, but that didn't seem to be a problem in my mind, but has been. So anyways, again, why we have two separate businesses now. The heart is still the same. Everything, the Rummage Room products can still be bought or ordered alongside of any gift shop stuff orders that wants to be ordered. They will be combined and delivered together, because at this time they still all live on RAC Ranch, and they're still connected and partnered, just slightly different, with clear lines of product and inventory that belongs to each business. But yeah, so in this business, I focus on helping others who want to learn how to do this. But usually how I help them learn is we first practice by doing Choice of the Day in our shop before I start going over how we do the other deals, because actually there's hundreds of thousands, and I share them, of couponers and people who have the deals that you can learn from. So actually, I don't really need to take the time to teach somebody, but I will gladly share what we've done and how we've done it, and will lead them to where they can learn how to get the deals at any store you want to go to. There are many bloggers and access to where you can get deals on whatever kind of product that you're looking for, and have savings. And that's literally what this business is about building on savings, building forward. And it fueled and started Rack Outreach and Missions and has grown it. And then obviously in the different partnerships that we have formed along the way in 11 years of working together. And we do serve in Kenya, the nonprofit, the nonprofit serves in Kenya. They serve missions in Sherman and Whitesboro. And we serve people here at the ranch openly in various ways. And most of that is fueled by people donating their time, donating supplies, donating their services, they shop and they donate cash for product, or they straight up buy the product if it is on for sale. They specifically want to support. So it's no different than any kind of fundraising event that people go to. And a lot of times people will buy a box, just like when you go to the grocery store and they have those little things, buy a bag for $5. It's pretty much the same thing, except you actually have all the power and all the say. Is you get to build what you want to build, and you can even build with somebody specifically in mind and take it to them, or ask, hey, I built this for the House of Eli. Can you take this over to them? We will work it out between us and the nonprofit. We are still a team. We are still partners. We are still here to serve the community of however we can. Those that are in need, those are in want, those that wish they could do something more. We have online access to items, and people want to offer their services as well. We appreciate that as well, or give deep discounts. And like I said, we are in relationship with people now for over 11 years. We have internal processes of deciphering of who needs what, and everyone gives of however they can. And we have a team in place that understands what people are giving in return for gifts, exchanging very barter-like. So I'm just super excited to be about a year in to the transformation to where it originally started. Before I ever met anybody new here, I was doing this all alone by myself on a shelf, and going to 4 or 5 different grocery stores to get, or different retail stores to get a free item of the day that was available by studying that I had done, and I fueled it in with other errands of the day so I wasn't wasting my time. That's what I did with my time, is I found where the deals were and I put them into my life, and would gather a few things every day or several times a week, would just build items for less that even I didn't need, but the job was to find where someone would use it or could use it and be able to gift it to them, or offer it to them for less, is all that it came. I mean, I was able to gift my husband's work fellas at Christmas time with baskets of body wash and toothpaste and deodorant for basically change as a stay-at-home mom. And that's because I spent my time doing this instead of exchanging it for a paycheck and not being available for my children. So I was able to still do this in between homeschooling my children and being on call to my family first and foremost, and to my home, and now a homestead, and now a community of hundreds of people. I get to do this in between all the calls that come in. And now we actually have, so many that I have to have a team that we do to answer calls and to answer the needs that are out there. And the gift shop is and has never been the foundation, has never been the nonprofit foundation. It has fueled the nonprofit, and it has fueled business after business after business startup and building. Even around here on the ranch, we would buy a building storage unit just so I could get out of a space, and we would transform that space into something else, because we would just change our mindset on what we're trying to build. And so I'd try to find deals, and we would save money then on food, and we would eat the food that I could get for free from the grocery store, or for less, and also have learned to feed many people this way and be able to stockpile to be able to feed 100 people at a time. Sometimes it goes in different waves and cycles because it does take a lot of time. And so this past year I've had to take time doing other things because we're getting 4 businesses up and running within our family, on top of helping move the nonprofit forward as well. So it's been a crazy transformative 2 years of different things, but we have a lot of things lined up, and where we can kind of refresh and start back where we've always already been doing, but we can do it maybe at a newer level and have more actual helpers involved, and employees and volunteers, where this was mostly run very randomly, and without a schedule. There wasn't much scheduling. It just was whenever people could show up and do it. Everyone was capable of, we just waited and did what we could with what we had. And we still are, but there is more rhyme and reason to it now because the community has grown. And so thank you for all being so patient. And I really, like I said, I'm working right now. We have like 13 orders. I have like 13 specific orders that I'm working with people, helping me work out the new choice of the day flow and get going again. Because there is only 10 a day right now, but I have 13 orders. So it kind of replicates with coupon codes running out, which is something that typically happens if you are a couponer. You go to do a deal and you are out at the store, or like you go to the store and you have to think quickly on how to adapt your order. So again, a lot of what we're doing in this store can be taught how to do the scenarios in a retail, at the larger retail stores, and the manufacturer coupons and stuff that are available, and different cashback apps that are available out there to live better within a budget and to save money to be able to move forward in other ways. And sometimes it is very overwhelming. And so the choice of the day game within our shop helps ease that. And I get to learn, and we get to learn like some of the items that they are normally spending that are in a normal budget. And we've been doing this long enough that some of those things we can fuel in real fast for less, as someone else is learning how to save money. So we can be that personal shopper even on a few items, even if we're just saving on 2 or 3 items a month, and moving those funds to a different kind of bill or a debt or whatever. That can happen, and that does happen. And that is what the gift shop mission, one of the missions it can do. And again, it serves the nonprofit business in the community, but this is based on sales, because the sales do need to go proceeds do need to go to fuel the nonprofit. So there are sales that occur to make all the things happen. And we love our customers and our sponsor shoppers, and almost every sponsor shopper actually should be saving money at the end. That even when they spend a large amount of money, it's because we've already saved them money, and that's where it comes from. Our income comes from the savings of others, and then the building upon that, one day at a time.